in a virtual meeting. Mr. Meismer, I understand, before we go on, has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from March 11th? Any changes or objections? None being heard, those will be approved. Mr. Meismer, I understand you have some items to share with us and possibly some correspondence.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the commission. It's really good to see you all back. We've got a lot of work ahead of us in the next couple of months. And so with the virtual meetings, as you can see how it's going to work, you will receive, information via your laptop. Staff will make presentations, and then we'll be able to call in, get on the list, and then comment when needed, when able. So the first thing I wanted to mention is that at last Monday's City Council meeting, the council directed staff to work on measures to close Commercial Avenue down for the businesses from Friday at 5 p.m. until Saturday at 10 p.m. It would be closed from 10th Street to 2nd Street. The restaurants and businesses will be able to get out into the street and serve customers in whatever way they can. They will all have to meet the social distancing requirements, mask requirements, and sanitizing requirements as well. So all that's going to have to take place. For upcoming business, for the Planning Commission, we have our Shorelines Master Program, which is on the agenda for the 22nd, and we'll be sending out a link with our agenda to a video that we produced with our consultant on that, and it will go through all the proposed amendments to the Shorelines Master Program. And for the next couple of meetings while we're working on that, it'll just be a public meeting. It won't be a public hearing. We're going to wait for a little while to do that. We want to familiarize the Planning Commission with what's going on with the proposed amendments to the Shorelines Master Program. And in August, I've spoke with all of the commissioners about working every Wednesday in August. We have four land use permits that require public hearings by the Planning Commission. So we're hoping we'll be able to start that hearing process. I've been working with Darcy Swetnam, our city attorney. She feels comfortable that we'll be able to do that virtually and not have to be in the council chambers with a bunch of people showing up. But the public will be able to comment via phone. So, it's important that we get that business started because we do have what's called a shot clock on those land use permit projects. And typically we have 120 days to complete a land use project. And we've not gone that far yet. We're still good. We've also notified some of the folks that have those projects out there that due to COVID-19, it's going to take a little. So I think most importantly is trying to get those going. We'll also be looking at, after getting started on Shorelines Master Program and getting through a good portion of that, we're looking at starting on some short-term rental regulations. So we'll be bringing that on along. Other legislative projects that we will have are we're also going to need to rewrite the Planning Commission procedures to be more clear about virtual meetings, and that when a planning commissioner might not be able to make the meeting, that they can call in virtually and be present by video. So I should have that done sometime in August, and I'll bring a draft to the Planning Commission so that you can review that and then go for some approval. That's going to take a little bit of work, but we'll get there. We're also going to be looking at the R4 bonus height requirements. We're going to have to circle back around on that in September, and we'll probably have to renew the moratorium in October, depending on when we're able to have public input via council chambers and have people present. I think that's an important one to actually have people in the room for. So the other is we have I think it is three, yes, 2020 comprehensive plan amendments. They're not very substantive, something simple to work with. We'll be bringing those forward this summer. And we're also looking at hopefully this summer, if all goes well and COVID-19 thing slows down a little bit, we're looking at rewriting our tree preservation ordinance. It's a little bit outdated, and we want to start rewriting that and actually requiring permits for people to remove trees, significant trees, the larger trees on their properties. We'll make it easy and flexible, but we still want to rewrite some of that. So, as you know, right now we're still in phase 2, and given the numbers that we've been seeing, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to apply for phase 3 until approximately the 26th of July. So that puts us, behind schedule a little bit. The governor put a 2-week hold on it anyway, and the cases are rising. And I don't know if y'all have been able to watch them, but on Wednesday afternoons, I think it's around 3 or 4, the mayor gives a COVID-19 briefing to the community every Wednesday. And I think they also film it, and it's on our city website as well. She puts out a huge amount of information with that briefing. So if you get a chance to see it, I recommend it. So with that, I really don't have anything more to offer, but I'd like to hear from the commissioners if they have anything that they'd like to talk about.
So we'll entertain any new business or thoughts from the various commissioners. Anybody?
Well,
no further business? Unless there are objections, then I will close the meeting.
Excellent. Well, thank you, commissioners, for all of your patience with us. Our next meeting will be on the 22nd. We'll be talking about Shoreline Master Program. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Good night, everybody.
Take care.